What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video we're taking a look at the Softube TSAR-1 and the TSAR-1R. These are both on sale for Softube summer sale, and that is running until August 31st, 2022. The TSAR-1 is $49 and the TSAR-1R is $29. So these are both reverbs that are, I believe, one of the first few plugins that Softube ever released. And TSAR stands for True Stereo Algorithmic Reverb. And the TSAR-1 is, we'll say, the flagship reverb, while the TSAR-1R is more of the light version. Despite it being a light version with less controls, it's still a great reverb. Both of them are. Now, I don't use this reverb as much anymore just because a lot of the reverbs I use now, I'll say, has more tricks up their sleeve. But I find this to be a very easy to use and straightforward reverb that sounds great. And I really love the stereo width that this reverb has. So let's go over the controls and then I'll let you hear what it sounds like. Starting with the TSAR-1. You've got you can click between the early reflections, large, medium, and small. You've got a blend between your reverb and early reflections. Diffusion, you can set high, medium, low, and the modulation fast, slow, and random. Of course, you have output control and a mix between the dry and wet. These faders here towards the bottom, you've got a pre-delay, you've got your time, density, tone, and high cut. Very easy to use, very straightforward. Looking over at the TSAR-1R, it's even easier to use. We just have pre-delay and your time. And on this, the time is, you can choose between large hall, room, and studio, and in between. Whereas on the 1R, you just have straight time there. You got your wet and dry knob again, your output, and with this, you can control the bright, neutral, or dark color of the reverb, whereas on the 1R, you can blend in between all of those. So this is a vocal from a singer-songwriter named Simone Curry, and right now we're going through the TSAR-1, and so what I've got set here, checking it. Okay, so I'm going to play this and we're going to go through some settings as this loops. You can hear just the different sounds of reverb that you can get with this reverb.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. Careful who you let into your company. I know you got feelings, but it ain't complete now.
All right, and one thing I really like about this UI is that you can click and move this around rather than having to click and drag it around. A very useful UI feature there. Looking over at the TSAR-1R, let's mess with some controls on this. Let's start from the studio and we'll go up to large hall.
I want it to be real to me, but it stares at me like a star from the earth. Must be real if it shines so bright, but here I am, still cold in the dead of night. And that's what I feel about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. That's what I know about it. That's what I say about love sometimes. Careful who you let into your company. I know you got feelings, but it ain't complete now.
All right, I will say one of the differences between these two that I really miss on the 1R is being able to blend between the reverb and early reflections. The diffusion and modulation really isn't something I miss, but definitely being able to blend between the reverb and early reflections is something I feel is worth the extra $20 for the TSAR-1. All right, so there's a look at both of these reverbs. You should be able to hear that stereo width there. And like I said, even though this is not a reverb that I use a lot now, I still come back to it at times just for that stereo width that these two have. Normally I'm going for the TSAR-1. Also worth pointing out that you don't have to choose between one or the other with this plugin, because if you get the TSAR-1, it includes the TSAR-1R. So you can purchase just the TSAR-1R, which is on sale right now for $29, or if you spend $49 and get the TSAR-1, it will include the 1R. So you get both of them if you get the more expensive reverb plugin here. But that's a look at the Softube TSAR-1 and 1R. Comment, let me know if you're using this, if you have this. I've had these reverbs for a long time, and I think $49 and $29 is pretty good prices for them. There are other reverb plugins that are out now that, like I said, have more tricks up their sleeve that just do more creative things, but for a standard, straight ahead, easy to use reverb, this one's pretty hard to beat. All right, I've got a link in the description if you want to check this out, learn more about it, or pick it up. And if you like this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to continue to see content from me, then you know what to do. All right, any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time.